Jason Schenker, as I introduced him, President of Prestige Economics from Texas. Thank you so much for joining us. I was just saying that this meeting particularly, really it's a very important one because it comes at a time of just tremendous uncertainty and a lot of different uncertainty. So give me the landscape in terms of like why we're here and the challenges they're going to have this afternoon.
Sure. Well, first and foremost, we have economic issues, especially in the Eurozone. This is really at the top of the list of concerns for the OPEC members. It's the top of concerns for most people watching financial markets right now. But it's a particular concern for OPEC because it could result in slower growth in Europe, which could also spread to other areas as well. So all of that's a pretty big risk. What I would also say is in the United States, we have okay growth right now. It's tepid. We're looking at a little bit above 2%. That's our expectation. That's OPEC's expectation. That's the IMF's expectation. That's sort of 2%-ish plus level. It's okay, but it's not strong. That's not strong enough to really pull things forward. And in emerging markets like China, things look a little soft as well.
Let me talk quickly about Europe because there are some huge issues there. I mean, huge, and they just tend to. There's a Greek tragedy playing out, and then the rest of it is just getting worse. It adds to it. Nobody was really expecting the situation in Spain with the banks this week. Well, I suppose everybody was expecting. But there's really no great news coming out of Europe. Can you see anything that's going to turn this around in the short term?
Not really. I mean, this is a really bad situation that is, as you pointed out, getting worse. The cost to refinance debt for some of the major countries like Spain and Italy that have also been having debt problems, that's been going up. Portugal and Greece are looking pretty bad. All of this is just adding to the concerns about growth, which means no matter what OPEC does today, they need to be prepared to act at almost any time between now and the next meeting because things could deteriorate in Europe very rapidly.
And then let's just look at the American market. You're looking at it very, very clearly every day. You've got your finger on the pulse there. That sort of, there is a bit of growth, we have to say that.
Right.
At least we're not in negative territory. But it's so slow. It's painfully slow, I would say, at the minute, is it?
Well, yeah, you're right. It's modestly slow growth. It's tepid growth. It's not what people want to see. The job market has slowed significantly, and this meeting for OPEC comes at a very precarious time. We get a few big things coming in the next few weeks. We have this upcoming Sunday, the Greek elections. Next Wednesday, we have a Fed statement, and on July 1st, you have the European Union's oil embargo over Iran going into full implementation. All of these things could have a huge impact on what happens to the price of oil as well as oil demand.
Let's have a look at oil demand because we've seen the monthly oil market report just come out this week, and oil demand month on month really hasn't changed so much. It's good, and the long-term projections are actually very positive. But it's that midterm and indeed the short term right now, which is actually going to be the issue, isn't it?
Yes, it really is. If I look at growth for next year, I feel better about it. There's a lot of stimulative policies being implemented right now in China, in the U.S. We're going to see more coming out of the European Central Bank. A lot of stimulus means we're going to get more oil demand growth and more global growth moving forward. That being said, growth right now is okay and has been stable and is a positive trajectory. But the next couple of months could be really touch and go as questions about the U.S. become bigger and questions about Europe grow potentially to a massive size. And those questions, that uncertainty is what makes markets nervous and could cause some easing in the rate of increase in global oil demand.